real.
Keeping it real. I'm your host, Reverend Sharpton. Well, I have on the live line the chairman of the Republican National Committee, who has served for the last couple of years, and I just got back from Washington, and I didn't see him jumping up and down, clicking his heels and drinking champagne like I thought he'd be rubbing it in. But I'm sure that he is happy with the results from the other night. He spoke at National Action Network's convention this year, and he comes on the show, and I ask him, even though we are of different political views, we've always had a respectful, open line. So I was happy that even in his weekend of celebration, he agreed to come on the show. Chairman Michael Steele, how you doing, Mr. Steele?
I'm doing very well, Reverend. How are you? It's good to be with you again.
Good to be with you. How do you analyze the win, and why do you think your party did so well?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the frustration that people feel across the board about the direction of the country and the concerns they have about future generations and debt and deficit spending and things like that. I think also I don't read into this election, and which is why you won't find me jumping up and down and popping the champagne corks, is because basically the American people have put us on probation too. And we have to, now that they've given us a charge over the House, added some seats to the Senate, come to the table in an honest way to work with the administration to get things done. And my hope is, and my expectation is that's what's going to happen. The people have said clearly they wanted the country to move in a different direction, but they want the two parties to work out together what that is and how we get there. And like you and so many others, my hope is that we can find that common ground, that sense of consensus of how we move forward together.
Can we find that consensus if you have people leading in your party saying that this is not the time for compromise, that our goal is to make sure this president is not reelected?
Well, that's a very good question, and I take a lot of that in the political context with respect to the reelection of Barack Obama. And I put it this way: I don't think you would find Barack Obama or any Democrat member of the House, and particularly if you look at someone like an Alan Grayson who was defeated in Florida, saying that I want to see Republicans retain their seats, and we think they should have an equal opportunity to win the White House in 2012. I mean, that's just not the political reality of this town or how politics works. But I think to the point about the agenda that the president sets and the question of compromise, if the question is will you compromise on and spend more money? Will you compromise and create greater debt for future generations? Will you compromise and eliminate more opportunity scholarships for poor and lower income kids? Will you compromise and allow unions to dictate to black-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, whether or not they can compete on projects, federal projects, through project labor agreements? Then the answer is going to be no. That's not going to be something that's compromisable for us. I mean, because we believe that we should not be increasing the nation's debt. We should not be cutting out opportunities for kids to get scholarships or to allow small business owners to compete in an open market. So I think, from the Republican standpoint, a lot in the media and elsewhere want to blow this up as we don't want to compromise with the president. That's not true. I think you've seen in the health care debate and other debates, Republicans have put issues before the White House and the House committees, which were summarily rejected. Now they're going to have to work through that because at least one branch or one division within a branch is in Republican control, and the president's going to have to work with that Republican Congress.
You had two blacks elected to office from the Republican Party. I don't know if they're going to be part of the Congressional Black Caucus or not, but how, if at all, will that change the black political landscape in Washington and nationally, in your opinion, Chairman Steele?
I think it does, Reverend. I really do. I know when I ran for the United States Senate in 2006 as the sitting Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, I got asked by a lot of people in the media, would you join the Black Caucus? And my answer was a resounding yes, I would. Why? Because I think we need to be in the room. We need to be in the room to when issues affecting our community come up. We need to see the whole thing, 360, from 4 feet off the ground to 30,000 feet off the ground. And I think individuals like Alan West, the newly elected congressman from Florida, and Tim Scott, the newly elected congressman from South Carolina, will bring that additional perspective in the debate within the caucus itself, which I think is healthy. I think is good. And so I hope I can't dictate to them. I don't know if they are or not, but I would hope that they would join the Black Caucus because it's important for all of us to be in the room together.
Now, do you feel any ways unsuccessful in reaching black voters? Black voters overwhelmingly voted against Democrats. Even your home county, Prince George County, voted overwhelmingly against the Republicans, voted
Bob
Democratic,
Early.
even where you won as a Republican.
No, I do.
Well, what happened?
Well, look, as I said when I had the privilege of speaking before the Action Network this past summer and before the NAACP Centennial Convention in 2009, these are baby steps that we have to take as a party. We take these steps now with having individuals like Jennifer Carroll, the first African-American elected statewide in the state of Florida. She's the new lieutenant governor there. Having Tim Scott and Alan West and others be a voice within the community to begin to have a conversation that's long overdue. And you and I have talked about this on your show and even privately about how this party has to get outside of its comfort zone and engage the community. And, get hit upside the head for the last 45 years of neglect, if you will, on issues that have been important to the African-American community. I want to start that dialogue. I know it's a baby step, but until we really begin to catch hold or catch fire, if you will, we're going to continue to struggle in predominantly black neighborhoods and black communities. But we must be there. We must have that conversation. We're not having it so that everyone agrees with us. We're having it so that we can expand the dialogue and find out where that idea of consensus is that we can move forward on health care and taxes and the economy and jobs, which are the same concerns that black folks have, that folks in other communities have around the country.
Now, there was always, from time to time, rumors of those that wanted to unseat you as chair. I would assume that they cannot do that now. You'd be the first brother that would run out after doing a good job. It would be interesting to see them have a historic win and the brother takes the fall. Usually brother takes the fall when they lose.
Right. Well, that's going to remain to be seen. I haven't decided.
Well, I would love for the Republicans to give me that one. I would even come march for you, Brother Steele.
Well, that's an interesting idea. Look, I get it. There are folks who are not exactly thrilled with my style of leadership, and as I said recently, they'll get used to it.
Well, I mean, given the record and you were the chair, if they got rid of you now, even Sarah Palin and you were doing a duet together, I don't understand how that could even be in the air. But it is the Republicans. Thank you for coming on, Chairman Steele.
Thank you, Reverend.
We'll keep the lines open. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. Smokey Fontaine, Sharpton, right after this.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real.